made a lot of noise for Bridget Eaton. Helped him, I'm sure, get over the hump and win that bronze medal. Now the gold medal match in men's compound. And this is a marquee matchup between two heavyweights. Not literally, but figuratively, two of the heavyweights in this sport.
Yeah, ranked number 1 and 2 in the world right now.
In this corner, the number 1 compound archer in the world from Denmark, weighing in at 118 pounds, dripping wet, Stefan Hansen. He's got Martin Dansbo in the box behind him.
He has the deepest voice for a little guy as well.
Oh, he does, I know. It's amazing. And here is Mr. Perfect, as George Takachaw likes to call him, Mike Schlosser, or Schlosser, I should say. I had a chance to enjoy lunch with Mike, and I'll share some of that with you during our coverage of this match. But Mike, number 2 in the world, and Mike Schlosser of the Netherlands, who got by Rodolfo Gonzalez in the semifinals by 9 points. Surprising margin there. And defeated Daniel Munoz by 5 in the quarterfinals. As for Stefan Hansen, he was able to defeat El Salvador's Miguel Angel Veliz by 4 points, 144 to 140. And then, tell you what, that semifinal matchup between Stefan Hansen and Richard Eaton was a great one as well. Yeah. Hansen winning it by 2 points.
Yeah, and if you look at Mike's 1/16th, he had Sergio Pagni. And
what was that all?
So, and he had to shoot perfect to get past him.
Shot a 150 to Sergio's 147. So Mike will lead off.
Mike with the 10.
And Mike right on target to start off this match. We'll see what these two have in mind for an encore after that bronze medal match. And both appear to be dialed in.
They're in the same spot. 10.
Mike very calm this afternoon. Had lunch. We didn't even talk about archery or the match.
10.
Talked about the new house that he and his girlfriend are putting together in the Netherlands. In fact, we talked about interior design about as much as anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's he going for?
I think the artsy craftsy kind of look.
Or is he leaving that to his girlfriend?
I think she might have a few things to say about it. Right now, both of these guys have a lot to say about it. Both of them perfect through the first 3 arrows. 10, 10, 10 for both Stefan Hansen and Mike Schlosser. So a sign of things to come as you take a look at Stefan Hansen. World champion, reigning world champion.
Bit of an Iceman when it comes to competition.
Not a bad thing.
No.
Good thing.
And Mike's a cool customer as well.
Mike's had a better qualification round.
They're both very young archers, but they seem to have been around forever.
That is the truth. Mike's 20. I asked him at lunch, are you 22 still? No, 23.
And he's done so much in that short space of time.
These two have gone head-to-head 7 times over the last 3 years. Steph has won 6 of those meetings, but 3 of them have gone to a shootout.
I can relate to that.
So this is a good rivalry.
It is, and it's one that's going to last for a few years, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Both of them young, both of them incredibly talented.
Both of them taken, you know,
10.
we used to see the USA archers in the medal matches all the time, but now you see these two guys, you know, bringing Europe through.
10.
Obviously, Stefan is learning off Martin Damsbo in the Netherlands, his teammate, his friend.
Good man to learn from.
Definitely.
One of the greatest sportsmen I've had the pleasure of covering in my career.
Yeah, amazing sportsman.
It's interesting, we were looking at Braden Galantine in the coach's box in that previous match, and I always think when I see Braden and I see Martin Dansbo together, I think of that match in Antalya a couple of years ago. Braden's bow breaks.
Yep.
I think the bowstring broke, and Martin reached in, gave him his backup bow. They went on, shot the match. Martin, of course, knew that the bow wasn't set up for Braden, but
Yep.
still.
So did Braden know that, but you know, he is a true sportsman. One of the nicest guys you'll meet on the circuit, always ready to help anyone.
A great friend, great friend to everybody in this sport. And right now, doing a great job working with Stefan Hansen. He's doing a pretty good job all on his own right now. He hasn't missed. Mike Schlosser hasn't missed.
This could get boring.
No. I'm just so fascinated to see if and when anybody's going to blink. Wouldn't it be great if they both shot 150s when we went to a shoot-off? Although that almost doesn't seem fair, does it?
It doesn't, because then you lose on. And I've seen it happen to Mike before, where he shot perfect and then he shot a 10 with his shoot-off arrow and he's lost, and you kind of feel cheated.
I can see your point. So we're tied up 60 all. Nobody's missed. Gold medal match. Schlosser.
9 points.
I jinxed you, Mike. I'm sorry.
I think this sight pin was sat.
Dead center.
Stefan's. I think Mike's sight pin must have been sat at the bottom of the 9 when it went off.
They're going to have to change that target face, aren't they?
It's looking.
Yeah. A little ragged.
It is.
Stefan Hansen just wearing out the center of his target. And as I say that, I jinx him. So I'll be quiet.
No, that's fair now. You've jinxed them both.
Okay, we're even. All right. I'm an equal opportunity jinx, curse, whatever. Okay, so a 10 ties it up, and we're tied again. So each blinked, but no real harm was done, actually.
No, and maybe Stefan tried a little harder on his shot, just because he knew he had the opportunity to take a lead, and that can lead to a little bit of tension, which in turn leads to you missing the 10.
Just, and not by much. Not by much. Stefan Hansen was the man who won the gold medal in Shanghai at stage 1. Pierre-Julien Deloche getting the silver medal in China. And then, what seems like just yesterday in Turkey, it was Chen Shunswan of Chinese Taipei who upended Steve Anderson of the United States in the gold medal match. Chinese Taipei taking gold in Turkey, the USA the silver. Here will be either Denmark or the Netherlands. And Stefan Hansen going for a second individual gold medal in this 2017 Outdoor World Archery World Cup season.
Ooh, we got some wind on the field then. You can see Mike move, but he held strong.
Like a rock.
Well, his bow is pretty weighty if you look at the amount of weight that Mike shoots on his stabilizers.
I was asking him about, are you still drawing 60? And he goes, no, I'm back to about 55, 56. He plays around with it, trying to figure out what the optimal draw weight really is for him.
Yeah, and you have to play about, because you need to tune your arrows in.
Slight miss by Stefan Hansen. Schlosser with the lead, but he may have given it back if Stefan Hansen can take advantage.
Yeah.
He's been given an opportunity, and he usually doesn't let those go by the wayside. 118 all. We have seen some outstanding performances and some tremendous matches. There hasn't been a dull match all day.
No, not at all, and that's great for the sport. It's great for the Eastern Centre, for all the work they've put in the past couple of years to get this up and running. To have a finals as good as this is a dream.
And to have people shoot the way they are shooting. Mike Schlosser, Stefan Hansen, Gertrude Deaton, Rodolfo Gonzalez, Sarah Lopez, Song Young Soo. The list goes on and on.
It does indeed. We've got pretty good, as I said, today I think is the best conditions we've had on this field all week.
Really?
Yeah. The wind has definitely picked up throughout the day usually, and in the afternoons has become quite choppy and quite difficult for the athletes.
As the shadows start to grow, we are heading towards the final 3 arrows. What could be the final 3 arrows? We may need a 4th. we may. Schlosser. Straight on. Coming out of the shadows, Stefan Hansen just ripping the center of that target apart.
He is indeed.
Wearing it out.
9.
It could cost him.
You heard the crowd ooh then.
It could cost him.
10.
As Hansen moves ahead by 1 with only 1 to go. Mike has got to forget about that previous shot. He does. And now his fate rests in the hands of Stefan Hansen. And fate smiles on Mike Schlosser, and it's frowning on Stefan Hansen. Can you believe this? Another shoot-off.
To be honest, it's probably a fitting way for this match to end.
Who wants to see a shoot-off?
Everybody wants to see a shoot-off except for Stefan Hansen and Mike Schlosser. They would, I'm sure, each have preferred to settle this in regulation play, but
I'm sure they would, but I think Mike's quite happy that it's shoot-off now.
oh, he is. He's absolutely thrilled because it was out of his hands.
He's picked his best arrow now.
You got to get the right arrow. He plays around with his bows too. I guess everybody really does. Mike says, you know, if I won with a certain bow, I'll stick with it. And then if I lose, I'll change to another one.
Last year in Shanghai, I watched Mike shoot the world record. And on the first half of that qualifying, where he got the world record, he was shooting both bows, alternate ends.
So the 717 was with 2 bows. I guess whatever works.
Well, that was the first half of qualifying, and then he went to the bow that hadn't missed because he missed 1 in the first half, and he stuck with it. And I looked at the setups, and the stabilization setups weren't the same, so it would have been a completely different feel every single time he took the bow to the line.
Golfers change clubs.
I know.
Change swings. Archers, bows, arrows, draw weight, stabilizers. There are so many factors involved. Mike Schlosser, who qualified 3rd this week with a 703. Stefan Hansen qualified 5th with a 699.
Who's your money on, Carl?
My money is on, let's see. Can I tell you in about a minute?
Sure.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a great shot.
It's over. Mike Schlosser has won it in a shoot-off. Mike Schlosser, the winner, with the arrow that was closer to the center. He went first. He was able to put his shot up. And you know, I was tempted during lunch today with Mike to say, Mike, you know, you shot so well for so long in so many different events, but what happens when you get on this stage in the finals? And I just resisted the temptation. I didn't want to talk with him about that, and he didn't bring it up, and he was so calm about everything. Took a phone call from his girlfriend over in the Netherlands, and you know, I was really impressed with his mindset as he approached this match today. He wasn't nervous. I couldn't sense any nerves on his part.
I think Mike's had a few issues in the past in medal matches, and he's worked hard to get through that, and it's good to see both of these archers shoot the level that they're capable of in front of everybody.
And I know it's something that Ron Vanderhoff, his coach, has worked with Mike on, trying to get over the mental hump, whatever it might be, if in fact there really is one.